Alright, I was just finishing my lunch. I've got an interesting hand here. I'm going to keep it. It's an obscene hand if I draw planes. I have 9 out of 33. I'm on the draw. Two draw steps to find it. It's not so bad if I find it on the third. I think that happens, well, not quite 50% of the time. Maybe about. Well, there's some room to take an extra turn. Although, if I start with the Glintock Idol and then draw planes, I will never be. It'll be a while before the Glintock Idol attacks. Okay, well, the Darksteel Axe will let me attack with it once. So planes next turn would still be quite good. Go Sky Hunter, Axe, swing. I watched a replay while eating. He has a Thopter Foundry. So there's the plane. Sweet. He's complaining already. He has a Thopter Foundry. So I'm definitely not in a rush to run out the Scrap Melter here. I think next turn it's going to be likely drop Sky Hunter and attach the Axe. He's got a few flyers of his own. I saw Sky Eel School, which would be bad news to play against. Pretty good against all my 2/2s, though the Axe helps a bit. Looks like he's getting the island. He probably has a Sky Eel School. That's my guess, at least. Another planes. That's sweet as well. But this turn, there will be no Glintock. I'll wait for next. I think I'm just the same amount of damage, and this does more damage in the long run, as long as he doesn't, I guess, bounce my Sky Hunter. Which was a possibility. Maybe disperse. For the record, I don't know if you saw it, but he watched my replay, so he knows what my. I guess he's commenting more about the golem and the cough. No, not too much of a worry. Ooh, well, I'm not going to drop it this turn though. I would rather swing with my flyers and drop another one. And at this point I can probably try to just alpha through Sky Eel School. I also have the Partisan that can power up my flyers a bit too. I'm surprised he didn't have the Sky Eel School. I was fully expecting a Sky Eel School from him last turn. Oh, counterspell. Could be worse. You got him on a 2-turn clock here. Grand Architect, a good one. Bunch of crap. He has a Thopter Foundry and a Grand Architect. Not the only one with bombs. Ooh, tumble magnets. That might get... So my options are to play Partisan or to scrap melter the magnet here. So he's gonna rustic my Glitdock idol, regardless of whether I activate it or not. So there's no like at end of turn he's Glintocking. He's getting my Glintock. I guess maybe some math is in order. He's going to tap down my Sky Hunter, tap down my idol. I get in for 2. Yeah, and having a blocker could do some good. All right, yeah. So I'm going to well, let's force his hand here to rustic my idol. The problem is if I scrap melter here, the Thopter Foundry is going to get me. The question is he sandbagging a Thopter Foundry? I don't think so. I'm reasonably sure I would have seen it from him. If he drops like a Sky Hill School, the Partisan would have been better. But if he drops a Foundry, the Partisan would be better too. But let's. I'm pretty sure he does not have the Foundry. Huh. Is that like a... I've had enough of this, or was that like a... Because I mean, he was complaining. I guess it wouldn't be the strangest thing to see him lose connection, but it's still pretty strange in game 1 when he does have a Thopter Foundry in his deck. I'm gonna pause briefly. All right, he is back. He did not rage quit. So there's still the possibility there is a Thopter Foundry in his hand. Oh, that would kind of suck. What would be the right play if he has a Thopter Foundry? I mean, possibly just swing into it. No, but then I'm still out of... No, I don't think it would be a swing into it. It would be to just play some defense, but ultimately probably lose. But like with Grand Architect and a bunch of... Makes him a bunch of 2/2 flyers, essentially. Limited, of course, by how much blue mana he has. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, it's Sky Hill School. Okay, that's slightly better. It's a 4/4 one. Sky Hill School. Interesting that he played it pre-combat, because unless he's got an island coming, that would let him not trade with the Peace Strider. As it stands now, he's got to... If he attacks with the Peace Strider, it trades. So that's another good card. I don't know what he's complaining about. Maybe he's just trying to get me overconfident or something. Yeah, that was a pretty awful play to not, unless he was looking for something specifically, I don't know. Either way, I mean, I'm low on life. I'm low enough on life that that's a valuable 3 or 4 damage. Alright, so I'm attacking with the Sky Hunter. He's going to take it. So I have 2 options here. One is to move the axe to my other Sky Hunter. The other is to play the Partisan. Now, I think Partisan is the better play because that puts him on dead without another flyer. The question is, can I lose? If I don't leave Master's Call up. 4, Chump the Strider. No, I don't think I'm in real danger of losing here. So I think Partisan's the play. And for good measure, I'll keep Blast up. Keep him thinking here. Oh, he did untap the Rustic. I guess he wants to be able to attack with it if necessary. He could have a pump spell. That would suck. I'll probably lose to a pump spell here. Not outside the realm, like a Mirrored Metal or something. That would, and Mirrored Metal would go decently well in his deck as a trick, if that's the kind of thing he wanted. So, like, this is a bit tricky because it's not that bad a card. I beg to differ. So I just gotta play around losing here. Okay, he's attacking with the team. Okay, so if he's attacking with the team, it means my Glintok is now available. So I'm actually I just want to survive this turn. I think he could have like a double bounce. I believe he would have played it already, because that would have been would that have been game? I'm not really sure actually. So how do I want to do this? Okay, so the clear block is this one. Then beyond that, it's a little less clear. And do I have to block with my Sky Hunter? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That would be 9. I'm dead to pump spell anyway. Here, Mirrored Metal. So like the tricky thing here is that like his best play is to attack with everyone anyways, regardless of what's in his hand, in case I make a bad block, or if he has like a flyer in hand, he wants to force me to make the wrong block. So it's a little bit tricky. Like you can't really play around anything when his best play is this anyways. I can't really. It's hard to play around tricks because in some cases the combat trick is better. In some cases, just another card that he may have in his hand is better. But I think this is the right block. Let me just recount. 5, 7, 9. I think. Okay. I made my decision. It means he's impatient and he has something. Either that or he's impatient and wants to get this over with. We'll see. Okay, yeah. It was just, let's get this over with. That was a close one. That was a close one. Is there anything to bring in here? I don't think so. I don't think so. If I wanted a potential trick, soul parry. Could do worse than a soul parry. Just no clue what I would actually cut for that. I'm going to stick to my guns here. So he definitely has some power. He only has some power. This one is going to be a mulligan. This one's not. I think I can do better than this. I mean, it's similar to my last ending that I need a planes, but it's just the payoff if I find a plane is not as big. So I'll keep this one. I think this is slightly better. I do need a mountain for full value out of the spike shot elder. Ooh, there's a Koth. Another reason I need a mountain. So this hand all of a sudden gets pretty nutty with a mountain. Ooh, he's stuck on lands. I only have 6 mountains though left to find, but I have other plays. Next turn I'd hope for something I can, one of my flyers or a mountain. Either one I'd be pleased with. Hey, there's a mountain. That guy's pretty big. Any tramples, so it's going to be hard to set up. A bit hard to set up defense for my. Ooh, well, that would be defense for a Koth. I'll start with a Pierce Strider here, though. Now I haven't seen any artifact. Like I haven't seen a Slice and Twain. It's very possible it's in his deck, but I haven't seen one. I'm slightly tempted to double block, but I have a precursor. And like, he may have to leave that back for defense here. Interesting. So he's not going to attack with the Tangle Mantis? Well, if I can make another play at the same time, I would get that Goldmere, but I think I'm just dropping Precursor Gold. I get destroyed by a Slice and Twain here, but I didn't see it from him last game, so I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he has it. It isn't uncommon. It would be a relatively high pick in a green-blue deck, but what is it? Spire Serpent. That's not a Slice and Twain. So I think here I'm ready to just Koth it up. And swinging is not so good here. Get a partisan into play next turn. Should make swinging a little better. If he plays a flyer here, though, I'm playing the Skyguard. Plan A is to just ultimate this Koth. Okay, well, that's not going to do it. I would, especially since he tapped all the green, I'd pretty happily triple block that Serpent. If he wanted to attack with it, he would perhaps have wanted to. Well, I don't know why he didn't move that Life Staff. Yeah, I'm reasonably happy with a triple block here. I could even quadruple block without much worry. Not sure what he could have. Like, if he had a... I guess disperse would be pretty brutal. Well, not brutal. I get to replay my precursor goal next turn, but it would eat my strider. What's it called would be good. The white removal. I'll pause while he does that. Alright, he's back. As he was gone, I realized that quadruple blocking was not the right play here, because any spell that he could have that removes any one golem would remove all three. So this the quadruple block was stupid. Not necessary. Oh, he lost connection to the game again. Okay. Okay, I think he's back now. I saw some... Yeah, there we go. He's reorganizing his defenders here. So let's see if he has the... I actually went to go watch replays. I don't think he actually has a planes in his deck. At least not that I've seen. Well, he didn't have anything. Unless he couldn't cast it because of the errors. I mean, he was tapping mana there. Oh, I don't know what that meant. I mean, even if he had something there, I'm still in decent shape. But he likely would have been able to... Oh, I had the partisan too. But he may have been able to attack my Koth. And at minimum made my board... weakened my board so that ultimating Koth was not necessarily game over. Unless I found some more mountains. He's disconnected again. Alright, we're back. So it seems he wanted to attach the life staff to the serpent. But errors stopped that. Oh, and he had to disperse. Interesting. So he really got screwed over by those errors, but I don't know why he didn't. If he had that in his hand, he should have, I think, forced it to work. It's definitely better than losing his serpent. Because now he set me back a turn with the precursor golem. Oh. And he's lost connection again. Yeah, if I wasn't, like, if he's talking about the air, like, I don't know if it's ever happened to you, it's happened to me. Sometimes, like, I don't know what causes it. Sometimes I feel like I click something while there's lag, and then once the lag clears up, I get an error. And then, like, it's at first it's just one error, but then everything you do gives you a pop-up error, and it's impossible to play, and, like, you'll have some floating image on the... of, like, either, like, an ability or something over here on the stack, and you can't really play through it. But usually when I relog, it clears it up right away, so... it's interesting that he couldn't clear it up even after a relog. I'm sure frustrating for him. And either way, it looks like I'm gonna win this one, either through time or through actually winning. But I think I'm in decent shape in this game. It would have been closer had he been able to do it the right way. Although I'm kind of skeptical because he just said he wanted to attack with the life staff equipped, but well, that wouldn't make sense if he had a disperse in his hand. The better play is to attack, force the, or actually I don't know, maybe not, because if he attaches the life staff, I don't quad block, and quad block was the wrong play either way, as I discussed. So I guess it doesn't make it. I wouldn't have gotten blown out. I deserve to get blown out for blocking with the Pierce Strider. And when I say blown out, it's relative, because there was still a pretty good chance I was gonna ultimate Koth. And ultimating Koth obsoletes a Spike Shot Elder. Alright, I'm gonna pause in case something else happens, but it's likely the video ends here and we go to round 3. Alright, just it looks like he's gone for good. Want to report the errors. Deserves a refund, even if he was going to lose, which is not for sure. And I think I'm going to play the final, although my opponent has a pretty absurd deck as well.